I didn't even remember that we did that.
Much music. Guys, I'm in the presence of greatness. Honestly, I really am. I really am. Here with a Canadian legend, Josh Ramsay of the Marianas Trench. You kind of are familiar with Much, right?
Yeah.
So when you think of Much, what are some of the memories that come to mind immediately?
MuchMusic was always really great to us. I owe a lot of my career to MuchMusic. Honestly, I think that MuchMusic is what broke our band initially. Radio wouldn't play us on our first album, but MuchMusic did. And MuchMusic really embraced us. The first entity in the Canadian music industry to really get behind us. And so I'm forever grateful to MuchMusic for sure. I have a lot of memories. I remember doing video on trial in this building and here.
Oh, no way.
I played, the MMVAs in this parking lot many, many times. The various red carpet scenarios, shenanigans. I think one thing people don't realize at home is that the MMVAs were an open bar event.
Okay.
And you did all of your interviews at the end. I will admit, there were some drunken shenanigans in the interviews.
Josh, could I find a compilation of these moments?
Oh God, probably. There was a really sketchy interview with me and Ed Sheeran. This was at the after party, basically. And he came up to me with like a red Solo cup just full of scotch. And he was like, should we do this? And we slammed the entire thing and then went and did an interview. Like, never do that, guys.
You're notorious for your red carpet arrival. I'm gonna call it outfits, I'm gonna call it themes, but I have them for you. 1 second.
Okay, oh no. Oh God, what are we gonna see?
So we're gonna start with this, Josh.
I basically showed up naked.
Let's talk about this moment right here.
Okay.
Where was your headspace?
A lot of our red carpet entrances we would come up with based around making the other bandmates uncomfortable.
Okay.
And this one was my idea. I was like, let's show up and look like we're water skiing.
Right.
And I was like, since this was my idea, I should take the hit and be the most uncomfortable. And actually, I've got a really funny story about this. The rest of this red carpet, Matt and I were walking around in water skis the entire time. So we're plodding around in these ridiculous water skis.
Yep.
And the actress from Modern Family, she was on the red carpet looking beautiful and all dolled up like you would expect a celebrity to look on the red carpet. And I was looking like that. And she was looking at me very confused, which makes sense. She would be confused. And I didn't know what to say. So I just said, you look ridiculous. And the joke did not land at all, guys. She was just like, well, you look ridiculous. And then just kind of walked off.
Boom!
I didn't even remember that we did that. Wow. I think we're dressed as mermaids? Are we mermaids?
Yes, I believe so.
I guess we were mermaids
Look
that time.
Look at the leg raise right there.
I think my favorite is Ian's face right here. That says I came to win.
Love it. Okay, let's move on.
I don't remember who had this idea, but the idea was that we showed up in a golf cart dressed as golfers. All of our interview questions, we just said, we're just going to play through, and we putted our way through the red carpet, which obviously ended up with golf balls everywhere, which was a nuisance for every other person on the red carpet that day.
Talk about this moment. You are going all in, man.
So we showed up in a bed in PJs. This was only Matt and I this time. I think this was Matt's idea. We showed up in a PJs and had a pillow fight. He is pouring Cinnamon Toast Crunch into my mouth. I did all of the interviews while brushing my teeth, so I could never actually, no one could understand what I was saying. I was just brushing my teeth the entire time. Yeah.
Absolutely legendary. Okay.
This one. Okay, so this was my idea. There actually were two of these. Ian and I had gotten out already, but we each had these weird spheres. The spheres were terrifying because they could only be opened from the outside. So inside, there was a limited amount of oxygen, and you had no way out.
That's kind of scary.
There was a very claustrophobic feeling to this one.
Right.
We had been in them, but we were already out. Poor Matt and Mike were still stuck in there, and they were in full panic. Oh, that's the first one. That's the first one. I think this was Matt's idea. He just said, well, we're going to a party. Let's bring a party sub. We tried to get all four of us on a tandem bicycle and also carry the party sub, and the second we got on the bicycle, it broke. So we just walked. We just walked down Queen Street here with this giant sub. And the VJ who was at the front actually asked if he could have some of the sandwich because he was starving because he'd been outside working all day and it made him sick.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
the hot tub incident, yeah. So we arrived in a hot tub, which, as you can tell here, was real. We were soaking wet. The hot tub was not actually on, so actually it was kind of cold. But it was pretty good because the MMVAs were always in the summer, so it was a nice time for us. Again, it was very inconvenient for everybody else on the carpet because we got water everywhere.
It's about making people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So this might be my favorite one, Josh.
Oh, crap.
This might be my favorite one, Josh.
So this was our 10th MMVA entrance. I was terrified about a wardrobe malfunction. This is not actually whipped cream. This was actually like a sort of paper mache-like substance that they had made.
Love
and
it.
I was also wearing skin-colored underwear underneath just in case something went wrong. It was terrifying.
So let's talk about your solo album. What was the inspiration for that? What can you say about that solo album?
Well, Marianas Trench is still alive and well. I'm already working on the next Marianas album.
Right.
But during the pandemic, I had always wanted to do an album where I played all the instruments myself, and I've never had the time to get around to it because Marianas Trench is a full-time job. But then quarantine happened, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get around to it. And then I figured I shouldn't just make a Marianas Trench album on my own because what would be the point of that? So instead, I decided to do. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have every song be a different genre. It's all over the place. Stylistically, it's all over the place, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, Josh, if you want to just look in the camera, any few final words?
Well, I hope everyone enjoys the solo record. I feel very lucky to still have the support of everybody, and thanks for listening, and thanks for having me back. It's always
Thanks so much.
It's always great to be back.
Yes, it's really good to meet you, honestly.
You too.